and let them do damage to someone else. And I really...
Hey, we're live. We are. There we go. All right. How about that? Woo!
Working for the weekend, and I want to see
Show.
What is going to
on the book of face.
The Book of Face.
Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there.
Ooh, there we go.
Into the music scene.
There we go.
Showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. Around Town Radio.
Yes.
Oh, show!
See you later.
Clarence to land, Clarence. Hello, beautiful Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. I don't know what it was.
Show.
Carla, are you here yet? Because you'll have the answer.
Who? Carla?
Yeah, she'll
I
have
don't
the
know.
answer.
There's Billy. Hi, Billy. It is 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's
It
5 o'clock in the evening.
It's a wiki in the house. What are you eating today?
Popcorn. But it's like this salty, sweet popcorn.
Oh. I go to Trivia Hungry every Tuesday after watching you eat. I should bring snacks
I'm always
into it.
hungry, even right after I eat.
Hey, it's National Dog Day.
It is.
I've got pictures of mine. I haven't posted them yet, but I'm going to here before too long.
It is.
It's been busy today. You've been busy today? It's been like one of those days.
I've
Busy
been
days.
busy today.
Yeah, welcome to the program, everybody. For those of you dropping by the studio here today, thank you for being in our studio audience. Ray Renee.
My question was...
Here's the question.
No, it's not kettle corn, Scotty Bratcher. Okay, Scotty, it's not.
Go ahead with your question.
My question is, what were, other than the bullying part, what were we talking about that we said
Last week.
that we could continue to talk about today?
Because neither one of us can remember.
This could lead into like next week. Even Carla said also these peanuts. Oh shit, I missed my mouth.
That's never happened before.
Usually I'm pretty good at getting stuff in my mouth.
Oh my God, will you stop it?
Peanuts. What are you talking about?
What did you say?
Peanuts. What are you talking about?
Enunciate, please. Just
Hey,
what
Billy?
I wanted to do today was sit here and watch you with nuts in your mouth. That's the thrill of my life today, okay? Just so you know.
Hey, Ray, your logic, your correct logic,
Hello, Eric.
telling me to write things down.
Hi,
I
Erica.
don't need you being smart, okay?
Hi, Erica.
Hi, Erica. Hi,
Kara.
Billy.
Kara's
Hi,
here.
Kevin. Hi, Liz. Scotty, I still love you. Bob Klein's back.
Hello, Bob. Bob was in a picture with his band the other day. That man's got some guns, man. Did you see his arms? He's
I
huge.
did. I also saw the fire shot, too, with the lady blowing fire.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Why is it just me on her screen?
Oh, hi. I'm back. Oh, it's been a day. I don't even know if I'm on or not. Am I on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hi, Chad. Hi, Chad.
Hi, Chad.
I like Chad.
Me too.
Hello, Chad. Valerie's here, too.
Valerie's here. Man, we got a lot of people. What are you guys hoping we're going to talk about today?
What did we say at the end of last week's show that we were going to address this week again? And neither one of us can remember. We didn't have time to look at it today, as obviously we both are busy. But David Linda in the house.
No.
Hi, David. Melody would know. Maybe. I don't know. Who would know? Hi, Bronson Hitzer. How
We
are
were
you?
talking about bullying first, and then we led into something else, and I can't remember what it was.
I don't know. I have a little bit of a topic, but I don't think it'll take 30 minutes. Maybe it will. I don't know. But let's see if anybody knows that one. I'd love to do that. Let's see. What do we got here? What's Chad got to say? Crank this shit up. I'm tallying the F-bombs.
Well, you want to
Okay.
get me angry? Well, give me a topic I can be angry about.
I do find it a bit comical that we were talking about bullying last week and online bullies and things like that, and people, and now somebody's turned a whole new leaf and is trying to be nice to everybody. I'll just leave it at that. One of our commenters that was saying negative things about me and you. Hi, Emily.
No.
Oh, by the way, I'm sure you talked to Kathy, but did she tell you? I'm sure she told you about Saturday night show, or Friday night show at the Blue Note with Emily's band. Oh my goodness. Archer's Gate knocked it out of the park.
Let me tell you something. Kathy and I, are obsessed with each other. And she called me and she went on a positive rant about Emily for about 45 minutes.
Girl was
in
on
love with
fire.
you, in love with you.
Well, I had to be security for Emily to keep Brandy Evans from fangirling her the whole night.
Brandy's also in love with you.
Yes, it was crazy. There's Kathy. Kathy, it was great to see you Friday. I had so much fun seeing her and Danny. Danny there was great. Mickey and Brandy were there. We had a good time.
Who's that you guys are? Who are we talking about? I know who you're talking about. Never mind. Yeah.
We're not giving him the courtesy of even a name.
And the dudes, Kathy did mention the guys in the band too were just on fire.
Yeah, to say the least.
To say the least.
It was good. It was really good. So I don't know. Nobody seems to remember what we were talking
Brandon
about.
remembered.
Brandon.
Not Brandon.
Where's
Sorry.
Brandon?
Not Brandon. Who was it?
Bronson?
Yes, Bronson. He said things that'll make you go back to a venue or never go back.
That's right. That's what it was. Thank you, Bronson.
Thank you, Bronson.
Our old heads couldn't remember. Well, we can tiptoe through that one to start with. Let's do it. What are some things? We didn't really get a lot of things that make people never go back to a venue.
That's true.
We got a lot of things that were why they return to a venue all the time, because they like this, that, or the other. But nobody really told us any reason that they've basically said, I'm never going back in that venue. Other than I think there was a couple safety issues or something that popped up. But
Well, staff was a big one. Staff, they were saying if the staff was shitty, then they probably wouldn't go back.
right. Thank you, Ray. I agree 100%. We'll just leave that out of the convo today. Oh, Ed says the band is the complete package. It is. And then you ice the cake with Emily's voice, and it's just unreal good. So good. So good. I'm a fanboy. I am. Of the whole band, by the way. I think they're just, they could be on tour tomorrow and do great. Absolutely. Not that they want to, but, you know. Hi, Brad Hopper. Thank you for being here. Kara, what do you got to say? Something that made her never go back was the boyfriend of the owner yelling at me.
If anybody
Okay.
yells at me, I'm not going back.
Yeah, anybody that's being rude and yelling in a place, they're not getting my money. Especially, I mean, I get it. Sometimes
I
owners
get it.
owners have to raise their voice or remove people and do things. That happens, but not for the wrong reasons, though.
I stopped hiring bands because they were rude. So I get it.
Hi, Megan Miller. She says, we've stopped playing places because the staff was rude. Wow.
Yeah. I would too.
That's interesting. Yeah, what I hate is all the bands, and this will go into a whole another rabbit hole, but all the bands that say they go to a place and then the owner leaves, the boss leaves and tells the manager, offer the band less money because they didn't bring a crowd, as the owner ducks and runs and then tries to get somebody to do their dirty work for him. That happens more than you know. Checks that bounce. Amen to that. And the venue not promoting your show, if you're a band member, that's a given. And how about the bands not promoting the show too?
Why don't
Let's
we
throw
talk
that in.
about that for a minute?
Well, we have, I think,
Yeah.
a lot, but yeah.
Hate that shit, dude.
I hate a band that comes in and says, well, the crowd, it was dead tonight, when they didn't even promote it on their own page. You know, it's like, well, there's why.
I hate
You're only competing against 6 million other events this time of year.
I hate when bands or musicians complain that that it wasn't dead and they hardly made tips. And they're like, oh, and did you promote? Well, no, that's the bar's job. Is it? Okay. Why don't
Geraldine's got a good one. That's very good. She says acoustics. One place needs to figure out if it's a restaurant, sports bar, or music venue. It's terrible for music. Yeah, that's one. It drives me nuts when a band's playing on the stage and the game's behind them on a big screen TV. Drives me crazy. It's like you might as well just have the jukebox playing. If you're gonna, if you're a sports bar, be a sports bar. I mean, there's no problem with that. But Brad Hopper wrote a volume here. Let's see what he's got. Nobody should have said they told me. I had to be there 2 hours early to keep my reservation. They didn't tell me on the phone. They told me they had no manager to talk to. Interesting.
We had a similar experience at a restaurant, a few of us that had some live music the other week. And I'll never go back there again. Ever.
Were they rude?
Very. Very.
Tim Butterfield says dirty bathrooms anywhere. Yeah, I judge that at the beginning of the night, not at the end of the night.
No, we're talking about why people, bands, anybody. Yeah. Why wouldn't you go back to a venue? Chris, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Who are you talking about, Geraldine? Who's Geraldine talking about? Do we know? Or is this a specific? Oh, yeah. Don't say.
Don't say a venue name or anything, please. I'm trying to keep the haters to a minimum this week.
My bad. Sorry, I didn't realize. Sometimes I forget we're actually on air.
Yeah. Hi, Leah from Sugar Rock. Thank you for being here. What's Bob Klein got to say? Owner manager that keeps coming up on stage to be part of the show totally screws up our mojo and takes us off our game. Yeah, that's not good either.
Well, we try, Brad, but sometimes in the middle of the night when it's busy, it's hard to keep it clean. Also, women are just so gross when it comes to
That is no lie. I learned that at a very young age. I worked at a ski hills, and the women's restroom that we had to clean as employees there at the lodge was horrific. And if the toilet got plugged up, they just kept using that thing. It was gross. It was gross. Sorry, women. Got to say it.
Chad, what's that? What does that refer to? That's why he's saying that, Chad. People talk about that. The Bell family is exclusive. It drives me nuts. Is that why you don't go to other bars?
Where are we at here?
That's just
we're talking about, yeah, anybody that won't go back to a venue. Why would you not go back? And Kathy, I don't know what your pet peeve is because the comments are late, but I'm sure it's one of these we've brought up.
I think when somebody was rude.
Yeah, probably. Let's see.
You want to know why some people say that, in my opinion?
Oh, that seems to be a trend, man. I get it all the time. Oh, yeah, you're part of that Bell and the Bear clique and all that stuff. And it's not a clique, people. I've brought people down from Dayton. You know that. I've brought people first time down. They're like, this is cool. People are so nice here. You know,
it's so funny when I hear that. Like, it used to make me angry, and now it just makes me shake my head and laugh because I'm always accused of never bringing in new bands or we're such a clique or this. And it's like, no, I do bring in new bands. I bring in almost like 10 new bands a year that play. But just because they're not your band doesn't mean that we're in a clique.
Well, and
I'm not hiring your band, you know?
You can ask a lot of venues right now that have tried this year, especially. I noticed a bunch of venues are trying out new bands and they're like, let's change it up. You know, after COVID, all that, it's kind of changed in the scene. And they're all like, we'll bring all these new bands in. And frankly, many of them are failing for them. And they're like, why don't we just have our old tried and tested people we know bring a crowd and have fun?
Right.
And so they'll go back to that next year. I guarantee it. And they tried, but I don't care if you're the best band in the world. If you're from Cincinnati and you come to Dayton and play, you're not going to get that crowd. It just doesn't happen. You know, I've seen it. I've seen great bands. Good example. Ray's band was at Heather's.
I heard that
the,
was
you know,
fun.
they did a great job.
Yeah.
Did a great job. You know, and part of the problem that night for Ray was that the town was closed down due to a festival. So if you don't know your way around, you couldn't get to Heather's, and that's sad
Right.
for Heather. But she also reaped the benefits during the day with that festival being packed down there. It was crazy. But that's just, I have reasons I don't go back to venues. And one of them, probably the top one, is, and I'm not big, I'll wait on a drink even if it's busy. I mean, I understand bartenders, you know, and all that. But let me stand in line waiting on a drink, get to the front of the line, and then this bartender go over me, 3 people behind me to serve somebody. That turns me off immediately. I'm just like, yeah, that was just rude as shit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was blatantly in your face. You don't matter. That person matters to me.
Right.
And well, you know, you might have gotten a nice tip out of me too, but
Right.
that's just one pet peeve. And then rude management too. I don't, or a door person who's not friendly. Ugh. Why do you put somebody on the door?
Well, sometimes we don't realize it.
It's like the old Studio 54 thing from the day, you know, you got to pass the doorman test to get in the bar, you know, whatever. You want my money or not? That's the way I look at it. I'm not looking to win any beauty contest at the door or any of that.
Right.
And if I don't fit your mold, tell me, I'll leave. You know, it's interesting. Let's see. Hi, Connie. Seen Connie in a while. I love Connie. The Bell has clean bathrooms. Yeah, you know, and again, Brad's comment, I will say, you can't fault a bar if you go in a bathroom at 11:30 at night and it's been packed all night because, you know, the staff sometimes doesn't have time to keep up. You know,
Thank you, Liz. That means a lot to me.
Unless you're a casino and you pay people just to clean the bathroom every minute of their life, and that's their job. But you don't have that, I know, and I don't have that. So what do we got? Who else is on here?
I don't go back to a venue where I don't feel safe. Management creates a safe environment based on the leadership and role modeling. That's why I go to B&B. It feels safe to me. I appreciate that. And that is very important to me. So let's go. Go. TV.
Yes. Kara, thank you for that comment. Who made that comment about being safe?
Liz Jackson.
Okay. Thank you, Liz. I'm scrolling down here.
You know.
Thanks, Megan, for the graphic description of women in the bathroom. I appreciate that.
They do blow ash sometimes.
It's bad.
Cassie says TV's on behind band while playing. That's a big one.
That's mine too. I don't like that at all. And you know, our good buddy Hollywood, when he was down at Pullman Lanes, they had TVs all behind the bands and all that because they would run games and do all that for the local football team and such. And he got a bright idea that, you know, let's put the band logos up there, the who's playing, you know, and that, or maybe even some advertising occasionally on the break. And then smart idea. Then their advertising devices, they're not somebody watching Golden Girls behind you as, you know, you're playing. And at least turn them off. I mean, the ones behind the band, turn them off. You know, and Cheryl says the bar owner was drunk and obnoxious. Yeah, that happens.
I like that, Eric. Regulars don't equal click. I've heard people say it's better than church. Man, I like all these comments, guys.
I'm catching up here. I'm trying to catch up. So keep going and I'll get with you.
Connie says, I love B&B. It's my church. I
love B&B too.
Me too.
And I know we'll get accused of that's all we talk about. That's all we pump up. Screw you. This show is sponsored by the B&B. You want me to talk about your bar? Come be on a show and sponsor it.
Kathy, I have asked Prestige Grease to play multiple times to fill in, and I'll be booking them. And unfortunately, they just haven't been able to. But I do plan on setting some set dates for 2026, Kathy Burns Kroll. So I like them too, man. They were great. Great.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've not seen them. I'd like to see them.
Really great.
I would. I had a girl crush thing Friday at the Blue Note. I will tell you that with Emily and then Plush playing. That was a good show.
I heard that.
A lot of fun. It was so much fun.
Yeah. Chris says I was at a bar bad vibes all night. People weren't really friendly. I couldn't put my finger on it. There's certain places like that too that there's nothing specific, but it just didn't sit like I didn't like it.
I used to say that about neighborhood bars. If you walked in the door as a non-regular and the whole place stopped what they're doing and gave you the look, I don't know that I'd go back. You know, I mean, it just wasn't friendly. Or if they said, hey, come on in, you new here, let's show you around. Here's what we got. That's great to me, but I don't want to, it's all first impressions. It really is.
That's a big one, Bob. When female bartenders that will specifically overlook women to serve men.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at with my comment too, because it was a female a couple of times. Yep, I agree. And they skip over you because they think that's what's going to happen. What are you laughing at? Scotty Bratcher again. Who else? Scotty Bratcher, the comedian.
Laugh. I like that guy.
Yeah, I laugh about that too. The crowd's cheering, and I think it was Kevin Cooper or somebody one time was like, "Oh, thank you all so much," and it was and he was joking, and it was the Reds scoring a run or something like that. I thought it was pretty cute. Or the Bengals scored a touchdown or something happened. TJ, what do you got to say, TJ? Yeah. Thank you, TJ, for saying that. That's a good comment, because there's a guy who realized, hey, maybe we're not a good fit for that bar, and I'm not going to bitch about it because there's plenty of other places I can be a fit in, and most people should take that philosophy.
Yeah.
But, for those that bitch about your bar, Ceris, and say, oh, it's a clique, it's this or that, they sure do try to get in there and play.
They sure do, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, they're beating down the doors. I can't tell you. I mean, every weekend somebody asks me, how do you get in? How do you get us in the Bell and the Bear? How do you get us in there? Blah, blah, blah. Well, there's ways you can showcase yourself and maybe get on the list next year. They don't also realize many people think you're booking for next week, and that doesn't happen.
Out there. I'm booking for 2026 now. If you come to me in 2026, if you come to me now looking to get booked in 2025, I laugh. Like, I'm booked up for 2026. We'll be all booked up within a month.
Yeah. But I mean, I know some venue owners who reach out to bands and say, hey, we want to get you on the schedule for next year so we don't miss you and blah, blah, blah. And the bands are like, well, we're not booking yet for next year.
Well, that's happened to me a couple of times.
You dumbass.
That's what happened to me. Oh, but we don't book that soon. Okay, well, okay. I do.
Kevin, what bar do you go to that you have a crush on the bar owner is what I want to know. He's got a crush on the bar owner. Some bar he's going to.
It's very cliquey there.
It's probably Diggs.
Probably Diggs.
It is. How'd volleyball season go, by the way? Is it good?
Yeah, it was fun.
Good. What's Bill got to? Is Bill going to bitch about lights? I hope not. Hi, Bill. I love you, man. This is open to very many people.
I love you, Bill. You just make me smile.
The Bell and the Bear always makes you feel comfortable. I've said that 1,000 times to people, I bet. It's fun.
Oh, I got to listen.
Hi,
Brad.
Dirk. What's Jim got to say?
Hey, Casey. So nice to see you, buddy.
Let's see what's happening.
Heather. Me too. I love you, Heather.
Played a venue once, but the waitress told us we were too loud and she knew better because her brother was in a band. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Is that Trapper Keepers? Is that one? Interesting. Casey Gomez is in the house. What's up, buddy?
Love me some Casey.
And love me some Heather. And
Me
Chad.
too.
She's a smoke show. Don't make her head any bigger than it is. Come on. There's a garage door being installed to the patio at the Bell so Ceris can come in and out.
Double garage door.
Double. Yes. Melody says, I've had people tell me they don't like the Bell and the Bear because of the click. You mean the regulars? Danny and I aren't regulars, only occasionals, but we're greeted with friendly face. Amen to that, Melody. Thank you. That's how it works.
I'll say this, and I've said it a million times, and I use Thursdays as an example. And I'm not going to pretend like we don't ever like act like assholes on Thursdays, because there have been times where I have witnessed some people like not treating some of the people nice, and that, you know, we're not perfect, right? But most of the people that have the biggest problem with the bell that come into play on a Thursday, because that's usually how it all starts, have the biggest egos and try to just take over the whole stage and want to do it their way and then just be rude to everybody. And we're like, no. Or they're so hammered and then they get mad because we don't let them up. We're not going to let you up when you're super hammered. And then we get these nasty messages. You guys didn't let me up because I'm not part of the B&B clique. Let me tell you something. You didn't get up because you were so shit-faced you almost tripped and ripped cords out. Or you played your 2 songs, but you wanted more and we just didn't want to give it to you, so we're the assholes. No, you just didn't get your way because you felt like you were entitled to something. Like, for what reason? So
I want to talk about Josh's comment here too. That's been one I've heard from a lot of bands with certain venues writing bad checks. And if that happens, I mean, if it happens once, something occurred, a little blip happens in their bank account or this or that, I get it. But if it's 2 or 3 times, you just mark them off your list of bookings and don't go back.
wow.
And Dirk, thank you for that comment. I know you've been introduced to the bell and you love it as well as I do. And Liz, what's Liz got to say here?
I'm so happy she's on here today.
She's always so smiley. I love that about her.
Oh, she's a good human.
Yep. Yeah. You could easily, that's interesting you said about the drinks. You could easily say, oh, it's tough to get a drink at the Bell and the Bear when it's busy. And it might be. Because there's no servers on the floor. They're not out there with trays. They're not working the room. You got to go to the bar and get your drinks.
Yeah.
And it's just the way the bar is. So either you like that. If you don't like it, if you want to be table service, then go somewhere that's going to bring you, go to Applebee's. I mean, that's it.
You're right? Some people don't understand the way things are done, nor do they care to learn. That's because they don't think that they need to do it somebody else's way. Because they, and
Thank you, Tim Webster Butterfield, for defining click. I appreciate that. Yes.
Tim, I heard your show was outstanding.
Everything he touches turns to gold. I'm telling you. He's good.
I'm going to take a break from popcorn.
Clicks are part of life. Yeah. Well, and people call things clicks, as you said there, Tim. I think the term click gets thrown around negatively, and it's not. Sometimes it's a group of your friends in a circle you run with, and doesn't mean you're not going to welcome anybody else. It just means that's your circle. And that's okay. If you want to call mine a click, call it a click. I go to the Bell and the Bear. I sit by myself at a table. Karis puts signs on the table that talk about that. Don't you, Karis?
I do. Scotty, that was a really nice comment.
That is.
I'm going to.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
Well, and that if that sums up your goal, I think he did right there. I mean, that's exactly what you've told me you want to accomplish all the time, and that's cool.
Thank you. That made my heart warm.
You getting a little misty-eyed?
I am.
Are you? On National Dog Day?
Well, I was already misty-eyed about that one.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hi, Ray. Ray's back again with another great comment. Yeah, it's not your show. Yeah. And I can't, I mean, I could get started on people jumping on stage all day long. All day long. Diana, you're funny. I look down on her all the time. I do, but I love her.
I do too.
Diana's wonderful. She's got a great heart. She really, really, really does. All right. Scotty's only given one a month.
I got it this month.
Yeah. Thank you, Scotty. Someday I hope he gives me a compliment too, because I'm missing his compliments occasionally.
He did actually give you a comment when we went to go see his show. He was literally looking for you. He was hoping you were there.
Yeah. The one at the Sorg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
I
like,
finally got to see Emily.
what?
I hadn't seen Emily. I felt horrible. I kept telling her I was coming to her shows. Finally got to see her. Now I'm a fanboy. I'll be at a lot of shows.
She's just also really nice.
You know, I said on the show yesterday about her. Can I fanboy a minute on her?
Yeah.
She has these electric eyes that when you look at her singing, I mean, it's like a tractor beam. It sucks you into the stage right there. You feel like your emotions are with her. It's just so cool. I just love everything about her and her band. And thank you, Joshua Baker. That's very nice.
Thanks, Josh Baker. You're awesome.
Yes, Josh just joined one of our.
Friday. And it's whose birthday is it? Who? Emily is amazing, Casey.
Yes. Joshua just joined one of our gig groups. Thank you for that. By the way, when I put that little message out, I did get a lot of people who responded. And we added them to the group because I think some people just don't understand how it works. And it's good. I'm glad they're joining. Here's Emily. Let's see what she has to say.
Thanks, Bronson.
She said coming to the bell was a little intimidating about the click environment. We received nothing but kindness. See, that's the part that frankly pisses me off, that word is out on the street and people think that who've never been there. And then once you're there, you're like, it's nothing like that. It's really weird. I'm glad I didn't hear that before because I'd have been angry.
Thanks, Emily.
Emily's wonderful.
Yeah, people like to badmouth us. That's their prerogative.
Go right ahead.
The only time I give it any words is when it comes to somebody's safety. That's when I give it a little bit of attention. Because then you're putting my customers at safe. But you can, like I've said, you can hate me. You can say what you want about my bar, whatever. You didn't feel welcome because of you.
Scotty says he's going to need another show with us all. If my white Mexican boots are getting cold, let's do it.
We should do it.
And Hooter is their guitar player.
Oh, and Sarah. It's Joshua's wife's birthday too.
And Sarah's.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a party on Labor Day weekend. Boy, there's a lot going on Labor Day weekend. Shoo.
I know. And then I got Under the Sun on Saturday.
That's a killer show. What's up, Sean Cooper? How you doing, buddy? I've looked for you.
What we need to do is
We need
I
a
gotta get
jam.
together that band that I want to put together. Casey, Scotty, Emily.
Just a few, to name a few. Hey, I've got something for the end. We got time?
Please.
Because I think we've worn out the why you wouldn't go back to a venue. This one was written in by a viewer, and I thought, we barely touched on it, and then we got off the subject, but how do bands recognize and thank their families, their wives, husbands, girlfriends, kids, who all take a hit because of the drive of their band and their playing and all that? It's a whole family deal. When dad or mom has to go away and play, and the families take a hit sometimes, and it falls on birthdays and it falls on events. How do you recognize those people that support you in ways? Maybe they're not even in the venue. Maybe they're just at home supporting your band practice on a Thursday night in your house and all that other stuff. I found that a good comment because it's kind of a positive things, but evenings, weekends are all filled with band stuff. So how do you, how do you recognize those people if you're in a band? Does anybody out there have a cool idea? Somebody was asking how to do that, how they wanted to know how to recognize the good people in their lives, and other than just saying thank you. I think that's interesting.
I would imagine it's like when their partners travel a lot for work or whatever, that you make sure that you make time, and when you make your time, it's like you make sure you're giving them your full attention. There's only. What else are you going to do? I don't know. Shit. It's the industry. I've been married twice, so don't ask me.
Thank you, Tim. I just saw that. Thank you. That is great. Josh was mad he's missing Under the Sun. Yes, Ray said that's where a lot of musicians have difficulty in relationships. Yeah. It's interesting. Let's see what Nick Wheeler has. Nick Wheeler's got a good soul. I'm going to say that. And he says, my wife works third shift, but seriously, I try to make sure when she's off that I'm off. That's, yeah.
Well,
and you got
to
make time. And sometimes that's difficult. And Karis, I noticed you're taking more time lately to try to enjoy life a little more. And sometimes you can get sucked into the business, whether you're a band, whether you're a bar owner, or anything, you get sucked in.
I made a point to, like, when I started the 75 Hard and started dating Kevin, I made a point to really start putting my focus, because I was reading a lot, I'm obsessed with my bar. I'm obsessed with working. It's one of my favorite things. It's my high. I love it. That's just who I am. I'm a worker. I will choose work and my dogs over anything. But I also know that the people in my life are just as important. And if I didn't have, I thought about it one day and I was like, if I didn't have these people in my life, I would be fucking miserable. I just would. That time with those people is really, really important. And I thought, to the people that make me happy, that are important to me, I'm going to make sure that I make time. And if that means I have to step away from the bars certain nights or leave my bubble and my comfort zone, I'm going to do that. And like, Kevin's one of those people that will literally change his whole life to make sure that you're okay. And I was like, the least I can do is fucking go to another, go to a show, because that's, where he wants to go. And that's where my friends are too. And I made a point of making that change, and I'm having a ton of fun doing it. So it works out.
Can I pump your tires for a minute too?
Okay.
It wasn't too long ago that I was having a rough day.
Mm-hmm.
And I recall my friend Karis and I talking on the phone, and she was like, do I need to drive up there? Do I need to come to your house? Do I need to be with you? Do I need to do whatever? That's so important to people in life. And I think as we talk about bands and people recognizing those who take care of them, that needs to be done. And sometimes you do have to drop things for other people. You just have to say, look, this will be there when I get back. I got to go take care of somebody. And I appreciate that more than you know. I know we didn't need to connect that day, but you have, and you've offered, and that's a great friend. And that's what I love about you and love about the people that I know from the Bell. They're all there if you need something, and that's the cool thing. And, my buddy Hollywood called yesterday and he's like, can we get a show on Wednesday? And, I, thank God, I had a cancellation a while back, didn't fill it. I was like, I'm not even going to do a show Wednesday. And so, yeah, we'll do it. And, that's what friends are for. And that's what we ought to do for each other, to support each other in this community. And I think it's very important that what people are saying here. Josh, that's a great comment. Loving a music man ain't always what it's supposed to be, I believe is what that says, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's very true. Band members' families become extended families. We always try to celebrate at least birthdays together. Yeah. And you see that a lot. And there's a lot of bands in Cincinnati, and some of the top bands in Cincinnati, that their group, they do a lot with their band family. You see them out, they'll go out together, they'll go out to eat together, and the band family is very important. I think that's important to keeping your band solid, because all it takes is one disgruntled wife, girlfriend, husband, whatever, who says, I'm done with this, and you lose somebody in the band.
That's right, Bob. That's what you do.
What's Bob saying? 70 shows. Very good. I'm glad to hear all this stuff from people. What's Bronson got to say here? Well, we're talking here. If you're just joining the show, guys, I see some of you popping in. If you're just joining the show, we're talking about what do you do as a musician or band to recognize those who support you in the business, whether it be on the home front or maybe somebody that's just a top fan who does things for your band. I mean, there's a group, and I'm going to tell a story. Sorry, I'm a storyteller, but my friends from Stranger, up here. Have been playing together 34 years. They just lost their drummer Rob to cancer, and he was the youngest member of the band at 29 years in the band. So he was their newest member. They used to joke about it. Rob, in his will, now he's a wife and all that. I mean, in his will, left his van that he had to the merch people who've done merch for Stranger. I'm not going to throw names out there, but they've done merch for years and carried this stuff and put a pop-up tent up at every show and sold their merch for them. And he gave that van to them. And I'm just thinking that's a band family. That's given back to people who have taken care of you. And these people are at every show, and they don't have to be. No. They choose to be. And they're not groupies. They're not fanboying or any of that or girling. They're just there to support this band they love. And I thought, man, that's a heartwarming story. That's good stuff. And Chad adds to that. It takes a village to raise us idiots. Absolutely. Wow. Connie's got something to say.
I'm sorry you lost your job. No, you didn't lose it. It just had to come to an end. I understand.
Love Connie. I do.
She's a good woman.
She's wonderful. And Bronson says, I don't want to hear anyone ask for anything when we finally have money. That's funny. He's so funny. Bronson is. I love him. Hi, Tom. Thank you for dropping in. I thank my wife for not subjecting her to my guitar playing and giving her the night off from my band's gigs once in a while. Yeah, and I think that's important too. If people choose to come to your gigs, but realize that the family at home or the wife who comes to your gigs has seen this same show so many times. Sometimes maybe they just do want a night off, and don't get upset if they don't show up.
And that's the thing. If you don't have a gig that night, and you're staying home or whatever you're doing, you're spending the night, spending it with your wife or your husband, if you're the female in the band. When I say quality time, unless she asks you to pick up that guitar or sing her a song, just put it down and spend your quality time doing that. Don't just separate it.
And yeah. I think another important factor, and I obviously my kids are grown and you don't have kids, but if you've got children in your home and you're in a band and all that, you've got to prioritize things and not just say every weekend I'm gone and we got to go set up and we got to do this. And sorry, I missed all your games. And you got to be able to find a balance there. Don't let the band consume you to the point where you miss out, because those kids grow up fast and they're gone. And then you'll be sorry. And I did that in the fire department, man. I worked so many hours and so much, and I missed so much of my kids' lives because of that. And you learn to regret it.
I'm reading The 5 Types of Wealth right now, which is basically talking about, they say it's not finances. That's one of them, but the wealth is, time, family, like stuff like that. And they make some very good points. It makes some very good points on time spent with your loved ones and how much time you actually have left with them, and just how important it is and how it actually will help you with your quality of life, quite literally. So quality time. Don't just make time. Make sure it's quality time.
Thank you, Rick. Megan says, I'd rather lose sleep than time with my kids. Yeah. So some weekends I don't sleep a lot. Yeah. And thank you, Tony. That's a great statement too. So thank you guys. You guys are good people.
Rick, I know I've only met your wife twice, but you can usually tell by just the mannerisms between a couple. You and your wife seem to have it pretty figured out. Just from sitting back, it looks like you guys have quality, like you do that. It just looks like you have that. It was just a vibe that I got.
Thank you, Bob.
I literally never expect my wife to come to my show. She's been That's nice.
Yeah, I think that's another important factor that they
Tell how much you love her, Rick, and how that's how you feel about her. You can tell. It's beautiful.
Sarah says she loves seeing Joshua on stage singing his heart out every single time. Seeing him makes me happy. There you go. And if that's your vibe, that's great. I think that's wonderful. And
that's so sweet.
There are a lot of reasons that wives or husbands come to shows. Some of them is some of them are for wrong reasons, obviously, for watching that person or whatever, to making sure they're not getting in any trouble. But for the most part, I think they come for the love of it, and they know that person loves to play music, and they love that too. And that's what you see in a lot of the spouses that are there, or girlfriends or whatever. Nothing worse than a mad girlfriend in a band, though. Oh.
I mean, there's nothing worse than a mad girlfriend.
Well, I don't know about that, but one in the band that's actually thinks she runs the band. Yeah, I could get started all day. So Heather says, thank you to us.
Agreed, Chad.
Thank you.
Thanks, Heather. Hopefully I see you this weekend or sometime this week. Because
I'd like to see Chad and Heather.
They're just sweet. I
haven't seen them in a while. There for a while, we were hanging out, and then we've been busy. So Chad's opinion only.
What's terrible, David? What's terrible? Did you find the negativity in such a beautiful moments, David? What's terrible?
David, Linda, what are we talking about? He's the man of one words. Tell me what the comments are slow. Just so you know, if you're just one of our new viewers or whatever, the comments come in much slower than the conversation. So know that. And thank you, Heather. You're wonderful. Karis, what's happened at the bar this week?
Tonight we have
mad girlfriends. David said yes. That is.
Oh.
Ask any bandmate, and they'll tell you that if there's been a mad girlfriend in the band, it's a problem. It's problem child.
Please be careful, David. Yeah. So Vanessa and Joe are doing PB&Js today. $2 PBRs, $3 Jamesons. It's the last Wednesday of the month, so our beautiful Ray Renee has got her karaoke. She puts on a really good karaoke show.
She does.
She does on Wednesdays at all her shows. So we're excited for that. Thursday we are jamming. I'm going to put this out here right now. I think it's next Thursday. Jonathan is turning 60.
This week?
No, next week.
The following week. Okay.
All right. So Thursday, the jam, the 5th. Man, I want the whole damn world there celebrating with that man. So
he's such a kind guy as well.
If you love kindness, then let's celebrate with one of the most kind human beings ever. And it's his 60th birthday, and we're celebrating him next Thursday. And this Thursday will also be fun, but just want to put that out there. Friday, we have after the party, and we're celebrating Sarah and Hooter. We're gonna, I guess, do you guys have the big table saved? If not, I'll make sure of it. And then Saturday is Under the Sun. And then on Sunday, we have a special show with Tootsie and Kira. I'm going to mess up their names, and I do apologize. It is not done on purpose. I'm just slow. So just give me 1 second, please. Saturday, we have Tootsie Sugar and Kiersey Jolie playing.
There we go. Thank you, Chad. Well, I'll be at the Miamisburg Moose tonight, and then going to be at Heather's Wednesday. Heather's birthday cake, Connie. Heather's on Wednesday. I'll be at Heather's 7 p.m.
Did you put Zach Sweeney's comment on there?
I did. This one? Yes.
I love that guy. He's funny.
So I hope you all got my commercial. I just threw in my shameless plugs. But
sorry.
There it is. You're fine. You don't pay attention to me ever. I just talk and you just look at the comments.
Oh my God, I didn't even know you were there. My bad.
Thanks. Here, let's just do this right here. This is so much fun when I do that because I know how much you hate it. Thank you guys. Thank you, Chris Casey. Now you look like a hood rat. Literally. Are you a hood rat? Guys, thanks so much for joining us today. Hope you had fun with us. We have fun doing this. We do. And thank you to our viewer submission about how bands thank their families. That was really uplifting to hear some of the comments about how you guys support those who support you. That's cool. Are you all right, Ceris?
Yes.
Hey, tomorrow night, I got to give a shameless plug in for this. It's 80s night. We do one of them a year at Heather's for our Name That Tune. It's a costume contest, dresses your favorite 80s attire. And we're going to have all kinds of great prizes to give away. That's tomorrow night at 7. So if you want to get involved in that, I've got a round of, I'll give you a hint. Kara, if you're out there, listen. Ladies of the 80s is one round. And then we have a round of big hair and boy bands for the 80s round. So that'll be kind of fun. And then our decades round, of course, where we go from the 60s to the 2000s every week at Heather's on the patio. 6 years running, Ceris. 6 years.
That's huge.
Yeah, Heather, she takes very good care of me, and she takes care of that venue. It's a wonderful place to be. And I had fun watching Ray, and Jonathan played with Ray on Saturday night. Got a chance to see them down there, and that was cool.
Nice.
Matt and Bobby and the whole band. Then I saw our friends from White Knuckle Weekend. I saw our friends from Britches Down, by the way, playing a festival earlier in the day. Oh, my God. They had a party going on. So good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for commenting, everybody.
You got anything else to say?
I don't think so.
Really? I think there's somebody out there. Maybe. I don't know.
This is Dave Wade from Cincinnati's own Deviate, and you're listening to All Around Town Radio.
Thank you, Dave Wade. I think we're out of here. Say bye, Ceris.
Bye, Ceris.
National Dog Day. Kiss your pet, your puppy. Yes, I love my dogs.
I love mine too.
Working for the weekend.
Bye, everybody.
We want to see a show.
I flip on the book of face.
Book of face.
Yeah, I know where to go.
I love your hair.
There's a man over there.
I wish I could do that, but I can't.
How big can I get it?
Hey, you know what it's time for? It's time for this.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they represent.
Join me tomorrow at noon. I'll have Wednesday with the band with the fellas from River's Edge in Hamilton talking about Wimmy Diddle going on this weekend. It's a big concert with Grace Potter. If you know Grace Potter, she's awesome, and she'll be there headlining that show. It's a 2-day show in Hamilton. Join us tomorrow for that. Everybody. And Thursday, it's Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Heather's, and it's the list of who's playing out in the tri-state, including who's playing at the Bell and the Bear, which she just gave you a minute ago. Under the Sun and After the Party. That's a good combo.
Yeah, and Sunday.
It is.
So.
And Sunday.
Yeah.
Don't forget to join us on the Tube of You guys in case Facebook ever craps out. We'll be there, as it did the other day with Kevin Cooper on the show.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, we had to resort to the YouTube channel. Thank you, everybody. We'll catch you next time right here on behalf of my beautiful co-host, Ceris. Lovely, beautiful co-host, Ceris. I'm Scott, your host. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.